Have you ever felt like the world has turned its back on you? Like every move you make, every word you speak, is just background noise, unseen, unheard, unnoticed. And when they do acknowledge you, it's only to mock, to tear apart the little hope you cling to. I know that feeling. Trust me, I know it better than most. But let me tell you something, my friend. That silence they shove you into, that's where you become dangerous. Because silence isn't weakness. No, silence is a weapon. A blade sharper than words, deadlier than any scream. The moment you stop explaining yourself, stop begging for their understanding, you shift the game. Suddenly, your absence speaks louder than anything you could have ever said. And that silence? It's deafening. It creeps into their minds, makes them question everything. Who they are, what they've done to you, why you disappeared. They'll start to wonder, and that wonder? It will eat them alive. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about why you're here, sitting in the shadows, letting the world stomp all over you. Is it because they told you you're not enough? That you're broken? A failure? Or is it because, deep down, you started to believe them? I see it in your eyes. That doubt, that little voice whispering, maybe they're right. Let me tell you something. That voice is a liar. A manipulative, conniving liar. And every time you listen to it, you hand over your power. You know what real power is? It's not loud. It doesn't shout. Power is quiet. It's standing still when the world tries to push you down. It's looking them in the eye and saying, I don't owe you an explanation. Finally, power is the kind of silence that doesn't crumble. It builds. It grows into something they can't ignore. Let me give you an example. Imagine a man, a good man, a kind man, who spends his whole life trying to please everyone. He works hard, gives more than he takes, and yet they still spit on him, laugh behind his back, call him a fool. One day, that man stops. He doesn't shout. He doesn't fight. He just stops. He disappears into himself, cuts off the noise, the chaos, and suddenly, those same people who mocked him, they can't stop thinking about him. They wonder where he went, why he left. Their laughter turns to whispers. Their whispers turn to guilt. That's the power of silence, my friend. It's not about running away. It's about stepping back and letting them choke on their own words. But don't get me wrong. This isn't about revenge. Revenge is for the weak, for those still trapped in their anger. This is about reclaiming your peace, your dignity. It's about reminding yourself that you don't need their approval, their validation. You are enough, just as you are. Flaws, scars, mistakes, all of it. Because those scars? They're not weaknesses. They're proof that you survived. And survival, my friend, is the greatest act of defiance. Now, let's talk about pain. I know it well. It's like a shadow that never leaves, always lurking, always there. But pain isn't your enemy. Pain is a teacher, a brutal one, sure, but a teacher nonetheless. It strips away the lies, the illusions, and shows you the truth of who you are. It's not there to destroy you. It's there to build you, to make you unbreakable. So when they hurt you, when they betray you, don't let it break you. Let it shape you. Let it turn you into someone they'll regret ever crossing. You want to know the secret to surviving this world? It's not about being the strongest or the smartest. It's about endurance. It's about outlasting the storm, standing tall when everyone else falls. And the best way to endure? Silence. Not the kind that hides, but the kind that watches, waits, learns. The kind of silence that says, I'm still here, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. The greatest battles aren't fought with fists or weapons. They're fought in the mind, in the heart. The moment you let them into your head, let their words poison you, you've already lost. But if you stay silent, if you keep your thoughts to yourself, you hold the power. They can't hurt what they don't understand. They can't break what they can't see. So here's my advice. Stop talking. Stop explaining. Stop justifying. Let your silence speak for you. Let it scream louder than their insults, cut deeper than their lies. Let it remind them that you don't need them. You never did. And when they finally realize that, when they see that their words, their actions, mean nothing to you, that's when you win. That's when they start to question their own existence, their own worth. Because here's the thing. People like them, they thrive on control. They feed off making you doubt yourself. Take that away, and they're left with nothing but their own insecurities. They'll look at you, standing there in your silence, and they'll see everything they're not. Strong, resilient, untouchable. And that will haunt them more than any revenge ever could. So stand up, stand tall, and let your silence be the loudest thing in the room. Let it be the thing that makes them question everything. Because in the end, your silence isn't just for them. It's for you. It's your shield, your sanctuary, your strength. Use it, wield it, and never, ever let them take it away. When they finally realize they can't reach you, can't manipulate you, can't hurt you anymore, that's when you've truly won. And let's make one thing clear. This isn't about being heartless. It's not about shutting yourself off from the world. It's about boundaries. It's about protecting yourself from those who never deserved you in the first place. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to let anyone take it away. Because in the end, your silence isn't a punishment for them. It's a gift to yourself. So here's what you do. You walk away. Not with anger, not with bitterness, but with peace. You walk away because staying would only hurt you more. And when they call, when they beg for your attention, you let your silence answer for you. Not out of spite, but out of strength. Because silence isn't emptiness. It isn't weakness. It is the loudest declaration of your worth, your power. One day, they'll look back and see the void you left, the space they will never fill. They'll realize what they lost, what they threw away. And you'll be free. Free from their lies, their manipulations, their poison. Free to live your life on your own terms, in your own peace. Let your silence speak. Let it tell them everything they need to know, without you saying a single word. Because in the end, your silence will do what their words never could. It will make them question everything. You might wonder, but what if they don't care? What if my silence doesn't matter to them? Let me stop you right there. That's the beauty of silence. It's not for them. It's not about whether they care. It's about reclaiming your power, your peace. You've spent too much time letting their words, their opinions, their actions dictate your life. Silence is your rebellion. It's you saying, I don't need your validation. I don't need your approval. I'm done playing your game. See, but let me tell you something about people like them. Oh, they'll pretend they don't care. They'll act like your absence means nothing. But deep down, they'll feel it. Every quiet moment, every empty space where your presence used to be, will remind them of what they lost. They'll try to distract themselves, drown it in noise and chaos. But your silence will haunt them. It will creep into their thoughts when they least expect it, whispering the truth they tried to ignore. And you'll grow stronger, with every moment of quiet. Because silence isn't passive. It isn't about doing nothing. It's about choosing not to react, not to engage. It's about focusing on yourself, your growth, your healing. It's about turning inward and rediscovering the strength you forgot you had. The more you embrace your silence, the more you'll realize you don't need them. You never did. Think of a river, flowing fast and strong. People throw rocks into it, try to block its path, disrupt its flow. But the river doesn't stop. It doesn't fight the rocks. It moves around them, over them, through them. It keeps flowing, unbothered, unstoppable. That's what silence is. It's not resistance, it's resilience. It's knowing that no matter what they throw at you, you will keep moving forward. But let's not sugarcoat this. Silence isn't easy. It takes discipline, patience, courage. It takes strength to sit with your thoughts, to face your pain without drowning it in noise. It's easier to lash out, to scream, to let anger consume you. But that's what they want. They want you to react, to prove they still have power over you. Don't give them that satisfaction. Let your silence be your strength, your shield. And don't mistake silence for weakness. Weakness is letting them control you, letting their words and actions define who you are. Strength is walking away, staying quiet, refusing to give them the reaction they crave. Strength is knowing your worth and never letting anyone take it away. And when you embrace that strength, that silence, you'll find a peace they can't touch, a power they can't take. Because silence isn't just about the past. It's about the future. It's about letting go of pain, of resentment, of anger, and focusing on what truly matters. You. It's about building a life on your own terms, not theirs. It's about rediscovering your joy, your purpose, your passion. Silence isn't the end. It's the beginning. It's where you find yourself. It's where you learn to love yourself again. Scars and all. And when you do, when you fully embrace the power of your silence, you become unstoppable. So don't fear the silence. Embrace it. Let it heal you. Let it strengthen you. Let it be the foundation of the life you're creating. A life free from their lies, their manipulation, their poison. Let your silence be the loudest statement of your worth, your strength, your power. Because silence isn't about them. It's about you. It's about choosing peace over chaos, strength over weakness, love over hate. It's about reclaiming your life, your voice, your power. So stand tall, stay quiet. Let your silence speak for you. Let it be the thing that makes them question everything while you move forward. Unshaken, unstoppable. Because your silence, it isn't just a void. It's a force. It's power. It's freedom.